Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Tamara and I run the beauty and travel blog Loverofshades.com. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe and then hit that notification bell. Therefore, you are notified from YouTube anytime I drop a video, which is normally once a week. So today I'm doing just a quick update video on my braces. And I still have them on the bottom. If you haven't checked out my very first video when I got them installed, and I gave you guys all my input and my tips and all that jazz, I will tag it somewhere in this video. It will more than likely be towards the end, but just go ahead and check that out so this video will make a little bit more sense. So I got my braces installed February 15th of this year, 2020. And you know, it's supposed to be, I want to say like an 18-month plan, but then as you guys know, a pandemic came. So, you know, it was a little challenging, but not too much, because I didn't really know what to expect since I never had braces before, and you can't miss what you already don't have or not used to. But I was able to still keep up with my monthly appointments with my, you know, ortho doctor. And you know, the treatment so far has been going pretty well, but I wanted to give you guys some more updated tips and also share a little bit of my experience within the last several months of getting my braces installed. So, you know, I have been watching a lot of like YouTube videos, especially around the time of getting them installed, and I saw that there was a lot of like horror stories, a lot of people saying like the braces hurt, etc, etc. For me, my personal experience, the only time that they really were very painful or very uncomfortable, I'm not going to say painful, I like to say uncomfortable, is when I first got them installed. And I think that was a bit of like my teeth being sore from, you know, having a wire trying to separate them, because I actually have overcrowding in my teeth, and then also trying to get used to eating with the braces installed. Now, since having them installed, however, like after those first couple weeks, they have calmed down. I still get a bit of soreness on my teeth. Like during the day of wire adjustments, there have been some months that I have not had a wire adjustment. It's just pretty much been a follow-up, because my main part of my treatment is I have overcrowding in my bottom row. So I'll post a picture of how it was when I first got them installed, and I'll also post a picture of it now. I wish I could try to show you, but it was like this tooth here and this tooth here, they were kind of twisted. So this tooth actually straightened out by month 3. You know, it got in its proper placement, but this tooth over here that is twisted is still taking a bit of time, which they already kind of anticipated. So they let me know like it was going to be a while. So like I said, there's been some months where I've came in and they just literally just said, okay, they might have like tightened the wire a little bit or done some adjustments to the wire, but they were like, you know, just come back next month and we'll see how it moves. So that's that. As far as my diet goes, I haven't had to change my diet. I have watched online where people said like, you know, they couldn't eat certain foods, you know, they had to give up certain foods during their whole treatment time. I haven't had to give up any foods. I am able to eat like chicken, I'm able to eat burgers, I'm able to eat all that stuff, although I try my best not to eat as much as that stuff as I used to anymore. The things that I do avoid though, and the things that I recommend you don't mess with while you have braces in your mouth is avoid gum, avoid anything really hard like carrots, even like me eating plums, like something that has a seed or something that's that you really have to like use your bite force to break off, like an apple or something like that. I try my best to kind of cut that up, because for some reason, no matter what, especially when it comes to plums or fruits that have a large seed in the middle, my braces cause a lot of friction like as I bite into it, and it could cause a lot of irritation around the gum line for me. So if I could give you my first tip is to avoid eating foods that are tart, that have a big seed in the middle, such as plums, peaches, etc., without just cutting them up first. Don't just eat it straight. And also avoid gum, because you do not want gum stuck in your braces. That is going to be hell to get out. Also, I would say avoid like really hard foods that you have to like literally bite off and like break off, like carrots and things of that nature. When it comes to candies, I am able to eat, you know, certain candies. Like I could bite into like a Snickers. I avoid Butterfinger, although that's one of my favorite candies, but I avoid Butterfinger. I am able to eat gummies, but the gummies could be a pain to get out of your teeth. Now, here are the foods that you should avoid eating while you are in a public setting or when you are not at home to hurry up and get it out of your wires. You should avoid eating soft foods that could break apart. I've had hard time getting, you know, just with my tongue out breads, eggs, eggs, oh my God, eggs. You know, like really soft sauteed veggies, anything, like I said, that could really, those are the main three, but anything that breaks down and dissolves that could get caught or on your wire or on your braces bracket, you want to avoid eating in public because it's going to irritate you. You're going to feel, also avoid breads with seeds unless you're at home, because those seeds are guaranteed going to get caught in your braces, guaranteed. And it is annoying as hell to walk around with those seeds stuck in your brackets. So just be careful. That's the second tip. Be careful of very soft foods that kind of break apart and disintegrate in your mouth, because more than likely that will get attracted to your braces, your wires, your brackets, and it will be hell getting it out. The third thing that I would like to say is when it comes to like the hygiene, oral hygiene for your teeth, you know, it is a bit different to maintain your, you know, the health of your teeth with braces in your mouth. Some people rarely, if ever, floss their teeth while they got braces in. I try my best. I do floss, but I try my best. There are certain, like the tooth that's twisted, it still is very hard to floss there, just because that tooth is so tight that I literally can't, and because I have that wire and that bracket there, it's hard for me to get the, you know, get the floss in there and really floss it out. Most of the time I have to use, I put it in my very first video, it's called like a super floss, and I have to like tug it down there and then kind of go back and forth. But like when you get like a floss pick, it's really hard for me. So when it comes to dental hygiene for your teeth, especially while you have braces, I found that the people that give the better, like the best advice is actually your dental hygienist or your dental hygiene hygienist. And those are the people that normally do your teeth cleaning. So I like to ask them for advice and tips for my overall, like how to maintain my overall oral health while I have the braces in my mouth. My ortho doctor and the, you know, dental assistants and stuff like that, they could be very helpful, don't get it wrong, but I feel like your hygienist is the main person that's really cleaning teeth all, like day in and day out. They're the ones telling you like, oh, you know, you're messing up here or you're doing good here, etc. So I like to get advice from them. So the last thing I'm going to end off with is some of the advice that I got, some of the products or some of the tools that I still use, and, you know, just give you the benefits and if there's any cons, that, and then we're going to end the video. Before we do, I go and see my ortho doctor once a month, even through COVID. Now with COVID, I did have, my wire did pop off. So when that happens, I just want to give you a piece of advice. Call your dentist, right? Call the ortho right away and tell them that your wire popped and that you need to get it replaced. Do not wait, because you don't want that to start becoming a boomerang effect to where it starts it came off at the very end, but like by the time I made it to the dentist, which was, because it happened over the weekend, just a few days later, I already had the wire started to come apart on 2 more brackets, and you don't want that. If you feel any wire poking the side of your cheek, like inside your cheek, you also need to tell the dentist that they need to cut down that wire, twist it, whatever, because it's not going to get better. Like, don't ignore that. Just go ahead and get that fixed, okay? Also, if you have, like for me, because I have this twisting of the tooth, they actually, you know, twist the wire. They're like, they put two wires together and twisted it. For that, if you have any wires or if your brackets are rubbing against your teeth and it's something that could be prevented by them just twisting the wire, readjusting the wire, go ahead and tell your ortho doctor or the dental assistant. Anything that makes you feel extremely uncomfortable, especially you know, I would just suggest speaking to them and let them tell you if it could be adjusted, if it could be fixed or not. Don't sit there and be in pain if you don't need to, okay? So the main tools and tips that I use, this is the final part. I recently got my teeth clean. So normally when I go to my ortho every month, they'll give me like a Ortho brush, and it looks something like this. This works, but it's not great for really like getting all that grit off the teeth. At least I personally find it not great. The bristles tend to be more on the medium to softer side. So I still had found myself using my regular toothbrush to really like go in afterward, just to really make sure I got everything out of my, like off my teeth, you know, from in between my braces, etc., etc. So they'll normally give this to you every visit. If not, you should always ask for it. But I actually got recommended from my, you know, when I went in for my teeth cleaning from my hygienist, to actually get an electric toothbrush. So I actually got this one off of Amazon. I forgot how much it was, but I'll put it in the description box. Don't worry. I want to say it was no more than $30. And you know, this is very helpful because it's timed. I could use, there's like about 5 different settings, so I could use it for so many different things. And she recommended that I brush more at, especially with the braces and the wires and the brackets, to brush more at an angle to kind of get those bristles up there to really like help clear out that, you know, extra stuff that don't belong there. And it really has helped. I have been able to tell the difference, and I'm not having stuff get as caught as I used to just using my regular ortho brush or my regular toothbrush. So that's the first thing. I got this again off of Amazon. I'll put it in the description box below, but you don't have to get this one. But if you do have braces, especially adult braces, consider getting an electric toothbrush because it does help. All right, I am still using my water pick. You definitely need a water pick. Do not go without a water pick. However, I would recommend don't rely on your water pick as your only form of floss. Try to use some sort of floss, because I have heard and even watched on YouTube people say that they just use this as their floss, but this helps get, you know, certain things out in between your teeth. It does help get things out from your wires and your brackets, but this is not technically, it's a water pick, and it does help floss, but it's not going to get deep down in there like a regular floss would. But you still need this. This is a must. You need this, okay? The next thing I wanted to tell you guys is, I know before I had used like the super floss, and I want to say that's what it's called, for my flossing. I found that to be very hard, especially with the teeth that are like so tight. I couldn't even get it in because it could be a little bit on the thicker side. So my hygienist actually recommended this type of, you know, floss pick. And it's actually really good for braces. And they actually have on the back here the little pictogram showing how you are to floss in between the braces. So they come shaped like this. Of course, you still got the side at the end that is like the little picker, but then here it's like more narrow, so therefore you could really just stick it in between your brackets. It's designed for it to fit in between your wire and your, you know, your actual tooth, for you to get up in there and you could like work out the food and all that stuff that's caught in between your teeth. So this I also got from Amazon. I believe you can get it from, you know, the regular, you know, drugstore, but I bought this in bulk from Amazon, so I will tag that in the description box below as well. The last thing that I want to say, of course I still use my like the dental wax. I don't use it as much, so that's the good thing. I don't use it as much, at least not yet, because I've normally tell them right away when I'm feeling any discomfort, but I still do use the dental wax, so don't forget about that. I also ordered that in bulk from Amazon. I still got damn near all of them left, so I will put that in the description box. The last thing is, and you don't have to get this one, but you should get they call it go-betweens, the go-between brushes. They look like this. And this is really good, especially for when you're in a public setting or you're not at home. And if you do have something caught in your teeth, you could always excuse yourself, go to the restroom and use this to kind of pick it out. Also, if you don't feel comfortable going, like using a public restroom to do anything dealing with your teeth, what you could also do is just still use it, still excuse yourself to the bathroom, use it, and then, you know, just throw it out and, you know, just do what you have to do. I normally carry a bottle of water around and these just in case for that reason, so I don't have to be subjected to use anything in a public restroom or anything in the public office setting or anything like that. So that's about it. That's my update so far. I will give you guys another update maybe in about 3 or 4 months from now, or unless something dire happens in between then of course I will let you guys know then as well. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, there's other tips that I could give you. If you have any questions, I could answer them if I went through it, if I know, and if not, then I'll, you know, try to ask somebody so I could get that information back to you. Just let me know. Let me know if you guys have adult braces or if you had adult braces, and let me know how your experience is going or how it went. If you guys have any tips, tricks, or anything like that for me, go ahead and let me know. Put all that in the comment section below. I will put everything that I discussed in today's video in the description box below, as well as some of the products that I use and discussed in my previous video that I still use to this day. I will also put that in the description box below. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And leave me a comment while you're doing that. Go ahead and follow me on social media. You could find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at the username Loverofshades. Also, go ahead and check out my blog and subscribe to my blog, Loverofshades.com, where I cover all things beauty, all things travel, and I'm talking about I cover everything. All right, so check that out. And I think that's about it. So thank you guys for keeping up with my braces journey. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and until next time, take care. God bless. Love you guys so much. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.